Well, happy Friday, everyone. Good morning. Very excited on this Friday. It's been a while since we've had you on, and now with this new platform and our podcast. So I know that I gave y'all a sneak peek in the advertisement that, we're going to talk about home warranties for ranches. And it really drew my attention. We were covering the changes in the contracts with our attorney, John Dotson, our farm and ranch attorney. We went over the part and nothing had changed, mind you, in the contract about home warranty programs. But a lot of agents were like, well, if we're selling a ranch, there really isn't one. It's called a home warranty for a home. So the beautiful thing with EXP is we have amazing partners, and one of our preferred partners at EXP is America's Preferred Home Warranty. And when I met Jason, he great salesman. He's our rep for Texas. If you need him, he's always there to answer the phone. But there were a few things that stood out when I made it very clear that I sell ranches. And he said, "Hey, we cover some of the wells, some of the septic." And some of these bigger ranches have a lodge and a foreman's house and guest homes. And so we offer additional add-ons to cover, those appliances as well. You may have multiple AC units and things like that, which is true, because if you have a very large lodge, right, and additional housing, you're gonna need some extra bonus coverage. And it's nice that we have the service to offer our clients. So I'm not going to do his job for him.
You're doing great.
Sorry, I've used this. He shocked me. I'm like, wow, you're like, you guys have a program for, rural properties. So, but just wanted to, introduce Jason. So let him know what he does for the company, his market coverage and things like that. So go ahead.
Awesome. Lindsay, thank you so much. Well, it's great talking to everybody. I do want to let you know, one of the things to kind of elaborating on what Lindsay was talking about, we have the septic system coverage, the well coverage, that comes on our base package. But what also we cover is, and this is new, we had a contract adjustment to the home warranty in late last year. And one other thing that we cover that other home warranty companies out there don't is the utilities from the street all the way back to the house. So all the in-ground pipe, all the exposed piping, that kind of thing that's outside of the slab, we actually cover now. So again, great opportunity for farm and ranch when you've got those long runs back to the main road, whatever the case might be, we'll be able to cover that for you guys. And more importantly, because of the location farm and ranch, and where you're going to see a lot of, obviously you're going to be in heavily rural populated areas. And our service or our contract / home warranty allows you to choose your own licensed contractors. So when you have somebody that's way out in the boondocks, right, you're going to be able to pick whoever is closest, a close family friend. As long as they're licensed, they can come in and do the work. So your clients are going to be much happier with that service. They're not going to have to call in to another company and potentially wait 2 or 3 weeks in some cases to get a problem resolved. They can actually get it taken care of right then and there. We also have the ability, if you get the W-9 from your contractor, we can pay that contractor directly with a credit card or ACH transfer.
So I'm just going to stop you there. We just dove right into the benefits for farm and ranch. The number one, I think, lead here that sets them apart from the competition is that they get to choose their licensed contractor. Yes. Most places, most home warranty programs always say, well, we have a list that they can choose from. Well, in our rural markets, hey, I live out here in Fredericksburg, and the person in San Antonio, sorry guys, we have a sorry. Hey, listen, you got to be good during the podcast. So y'all know Rue. So just apologize again. Going back, the biggest complaint I got from these rural communities is, well, that person doesn't know our area, or that person doesn't, know our utilities, or understands, the water table here. We have a little more sediment in our water that may have messed up the appliances, things like that. And so to be able to say, hey, we've had the same plumber for 10 years
Right.
out here in this area, and we want to use him. And the amazing part is that they can, as long as he's licensed, um, they can pay him with a credit card over the phone, get the job done, because some of those areas it happens after hours. In a small community, they'll show up at 10 o'clock at night to
Right.
fix something.
Right.
So, that was the game changer, at least in my mind, that the clients had peace of mind that they were selecting someone who they knew could give them good service.
Absolutely.
And then the instant payment, they're not having to pay out of pocket, because let's face it, sometimes we're land rich and cash poor. And you may not have an extra $1,000 hanging around to pay that guy. So that's my number one. If you take anything away from meeting Jason, our Texas rep for America's Preferred Home Warranty, is that the game changer of being able to find a local contractor, not be forced to take one off the approved list, so to speak, which you find with other ones. So let's go back to who you are, where you're from. We just
get right into it.
Yeah,
right?
This is Jason Willson.
Yeah, so I've been with the company for almost 2 years now, and I'm the representative for San Antonio and Austin. So I have a really diverse background. I have a heavy operational background, almost 20 years actually, in operational excellence. So my perspective on things when it comes to getting things done quicker, being able to provide a high level of support to the agents is incredibly important, not only to me, but to the company in general. So we're very focused on that level of service. And that's something that I think all of the, I'm one of 4 Texas reps in around Texas. So, but we are very much all on the same page. But I'm here to support you guys. Very much appreciate the opportunity that I've had with EXP. You guys are fantastic. I probably talked to a large percentage of you guys already via phone call or meeting you at some of the meetings, but very excited to get to know you all, get to know your business, and really help you with what we offer. Another thing that I did want to mention, and I've mentioned on a couple of meetings that we've had previously, was our listing coverage. So we have excellent listing coverage that I think your clients are really going to appreciate. And here's why. Predominantly, when you get us on a listing, we will provide $1,000 of aggregate spend for items in the home. So your client can receive that money essentially up front when they call in, they have a claim, water heater, whatever the case might be. They can use that money and fix those problems after inspection, during the option period, all of those things. So you can come to the table looking like a rock star by providing them that money up front, right? Or access to that money, I should say. And then on top of that, we also provide 2 years of post legal coverage with $1,000 over that period of time to your client. So essentially you're getting them $2,000 worth of coverage right up front just to agree to purchase the home warranty. So in today's market, you guys know where things are. It's becoming more normal, actually, right? So everybody's got to get out there and really hustle and really focus on achieving their objectives and goals. This helps you do that. This gives you a little bit of competitive edge. So when you're talking to those folks, and they may be right on the edge, like, I don't have the money. It's
that added value.
Yeah, it's added value.
It's, by the way, also included in my services, and I've used this before. This is another best kept secret. You're taking on a listing, added value. What is, my team, we offer XYZ services. And by the way, you will get a complimentary home warranty service plan that will cover these line items and appliances and sorts. And then also too, in addition, if something happens, a part of this coverage is also can cover legal fees if that happens. So the neat part about that is how many times when you're getting a contract that this is a service you can pass on to the buyer. And so it's complimentary to the seller with the hopes that, hey, we're already covered under a home warranty plan and we will pass it on to the buyers coming in. Right. So like he had said, most home warranty plans are only thought of when you're filling out that contract, and it's like, oh, do I want a residential service contract?
Right.
And this lets you think about it well before, on the listing side, because it is going to come up. You can have that conversation in that listing interview, that seller's interview, of here's what's going to put us ahead of the game.
Right.
And hey, Todd, Nick, I see all y'all joining in. Todd, I will make sure you get this information. So we're flipping to the other side. A lot of us already know buyers. I'm writing the buyer side of the contract, residential service contract. When you're representing a seller, this is a game changer because it does add added value. So add it to your portfolio as to what you bring. And I know he mentioned EXP agents. For those out there, this is a public facing YouTube channel. And so if you're not an EXP agent, they work with several other major brokerages. We're just very fortunate that our company has a plan specifically tailored to our agents. And so that's one thing. In agents, there's also benefits for us as well with our partnership, which we can get into on a more one-on-one level. So just like Todd said, what's the best way? One, I know that you do specific areas, and there's 4 of you here in Texas.
Right.
What's the best way to get a hold of you or the reps in Texas that represent these areas?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can call my cell phone directly if you're in the San Antonio, Austin area. I have a lot of Central Texas all the way down to McAllen, but you can call me at 210-607-9947. So just give me a call. You can shoot me your email address. I can send you the copy of the home warranty that would also be used as kind of the brochure for your client. We also have our website, APHW.com. You can go there and you can look on the map and you can see Dana Donovan, Christina Pearson, and Andrew. We've got 3 other great reps across Texas. In Houston, Dallas, Corpus, all of those different areas. So feel free to reach out to me directly. You can even call me and ask me, and I can give you their information. No worries.
Real quick, Jason, give us that phone number again. I'm going to put it in.
Absolutely.
Put it in the chat for y'all down there. It's Jason Willson, and your number is
210-607-9947. The other thing that I wanted to mention too is just kind of piggybacking on the discussion with the listing side, look at the home warranty as an opportunity to leverage as well. So right now, you guys might find yourself in the middle of a price reduction game, right? Worst possible scenario for an agent to have to go in and start lowering the price in order to get that home sold or that ranch, whatever the case might be. So something you might consider is using the home warranty to offset that price reduction, because if you're offering such a value add, you can have the listing coverage on there for 1, 2, 3, 4 months, whatever. But when it transfers over, it's a full 12-month contract for that buyer. So you can use that as kind of again, home warranties are kind of a tool in your arsenal to kind of help you get more leverage in order to land that client, whatever the case might be, right? So it's definitely something to consider. But again, feel free to give me a call. I'll provide Lindsay a link to my calendar as well. And you guys can just click and set up some time to chat with me. And again, it's all about getting to know you guys so that I'm here to support you. Any questions that you have, I'm always available via my cell phone that I just provided, whatever the case might be. So just let me know.
And we're going to just go through briefly the brochure. The other half of this is how easy it is. One, what a nightmare when you're at the closing table and you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot to order the home warranty and I have to get the invoice to the title company. I mean, we've all been there, right? So the fact that it's super easy to order this online. And then I have had clients that have made claims before. The claim process is extremely simple. And so once again, when we're representing a buyer and we're putting that buyer's coverage together, getting with your representative and piecing it together. Say, hey, there's 3 homes. What are the major additional appliances we want to cover? Is it the water heater?
Right.
Is it, the extra washer and dryers? Is it the AC units? Things of that nature. So building that custom plan, because let me tell you, when you have that many things going on, and even on the listing side, you get ready to show the property and it's like the clients call, hey, by the way, the AC unit went out. Yeah. So it's great to have, it's that, Murphy's Law, but also, like I said, the additional value. So let me get this presentation slide up for y'all. So we can just kind of go through, this. Poor Jason's probably like, Lindsay, this font is so small. So they have really amazing, and I'm gonna let you follow up.
Yeah, that's great.
We got a zoomed in version for us old folks to see. He's probably gonna be so mad at me. So you can see here, 3 of these easy steps to file the claim. Jason actually emails me the login information so I can have my own account. You can log in, super user friendly. Like I said, I've been at a day out of closing and the title company's going, where's the invoice for the home warranty program?
Right.
And items that are covered, this is great. Like slide 3, when it talks about, your AC units, your heating, your water heater's a big one. I mean, we've been in the business long enough. We know that. Especially though, like I said, the foreman's house, had it's basically like another home warranty plan, and like he had mentioned before too, the coverage from the street. We don't really think about that, but that length, especially in a rural area, can be quite costly.
Yeah. Another thing too that you guys that I wanted to offer up is that for those of you who are new to the industry, and even for those of you who have been doing it for years, I'm happy to have a conversation with you about talking to your client and kind of how to broach the subject of home warranties. Sometimes it's a little bit of a difficult discussion, but I work with a lot of agents and kind of coach them on how to talk about the home warranty, how to bring it up. A great question right out the gate is, do you know the difference between home warranties and home insurance? You'd be shocked at how many people don't know the difference. So it's a really good opportunity for you guys to educate your client and bring that value add back to them as well. But I can talk to you guys about that. I can show you like how that works and how to kind of ease into the discussion about the home warranty and help from that side.
Well, and I love the fact that, there's a lot of service providers out there that offer home warranties, and to be able to say, hey, normally you get that call the 1-800 number, and the fact that I have a rep, I have a vendor, that I have a relationship, and if I get in a bind or my client gets in a bind, that I can call. Also too, for brokerage groups and brokers out there listening, Jason and their team coming and giving a presentation and educating the agents on this service, because it's one more value added to your presentation to a buyer or to a listing, a seller, when you're trying to get the deal and be competitive in this market, with all the other, the market is different, so we have to level up. And then 2, we still have a lot of agents out there. We're all competing for the business. We're all really good at this job, but how does this set us apart? And also on the farm and ranch side, I know I've been in the business a while, that even in our last class, people were like, there's home warranty that'll cover these things. I'm like, absolutely. So, you have to read in depth, and we can go through that. Well and septic are the big ones in rural communities. And the other one was the fact that they can choose their licensed provider. It doesn't have to be from a list from the company. Right.
We can, we will have clients that will ask, well, hey, who do you recommend? And we can, I've been told that the customer support folks actually get on there and kind of Google it, because we don't have lists.
We do too.
We don't contract with the contractors, right? So, but the great part about that is that flexibility, getting somebody in your home that you know and trust, somebody that's got a great reputation in the industry, and things are going to get fixed and done the right way, and you're probably not going to get overcharged for things, right? So it's a whole list of items that's going to leave a really good taste in your client's mouth, and hopefully ultimately they'll return the favor by giving you a referral or selling the next house, right? So the whole objective here is, from my perspective, is I'm here to support you guys. So if you need something, just give me a call. I would love to say that our company's perfect when it comes to customer service, all of that. Sometimes there's bumps in the road and there's hiccups. That's what I'm here for. So if you do have a problem and you have a question, hey, Jason, I've got, my client called in and they need help getting approval for something. I can help with that. I can talk to our folks and really work, kind of be that intermediary for you and your client to kind of help get stuff pushed through sometimes. So definitely worth your time, your effort, your energy to talk a little bit more about this with me and to get more acclimated to the whole home warranty process. But yes, the ordering process is extremely simple. What I would end up doing is giving you access to what we call our Real Pro system that allows you to access that information. Once you have an account with us, we also have excellent marketing material that you can have with sign writers, tents, all of those things, and door hangers as well. And those things are invaluable for you as an agent, save you a little bit of money, but it's all branded. It's all got the good stuff on it in order for you to pass that out to your clients and just get the word out and show them, hey, this is what we're all about. This is what we do.
And it's collaboration. One thing that if you take and you talk to any EXP agent, the first thing they're going to say is the reason why we joined EXP is because the amount of collaboration with our family, our EXP family. You can see from the chat, we have people from all over. Also, this is an open facing chat. So we have agents, farm and ranch agents that want to learn more based on, the relationships we have. So super excited about that. So we're going to touch base. What I want to do is give you a little education on home warranty plans, which I didn't know. So you're very aware. Home warranty plans don't mean that the appliance is 100% covered.
Right.
I said, hey, we got to get this out here because
right.
What happens is sometimes there's an expectation of the client hears, oh, home warranty, and they literally think the entire appliance is or unit is covered, and that's really not the case.
Right.
They cover a dollar amount for that particular appliance, and it's written out very clearly.
Yes.
Water heaters get up to, depending on what needs to be done to them, this amount of money towards the repair and replacement and things of that nature. So you want to elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. Great point. And this is one of the things that I can help walk you guys through as well. Is really just we work a lot differently than other companies do. So because we don't have a relationship with contractors and we work predominantly with the agent and the homeowner, we tend to the way that our company works is that we provide money back toward repair costs. So we're not in the game of replacing equipment, right? A lot of companies aren't, to be quite frank. You're going to have their business model is certainly different than ours, but when the rubber meets the road, they have a model where they have hire technicians, they get them in at a certain price point, and then they load the tasks to that truck in that area. So what that causes is a delay in service back to your client because it takes time. In the middle of Texas heat, the last thing you want is a client sitting there for 2 weeks without an AC. So, and it happens, right? Especially in the rural areas. Not even saying it's bad on the other company's sides. It's just their business model. So you really need to be aware of that when you're offering up home warranties to really understand that how's your client going to get taken care of, not just the amount of money that they're going to get or if their item's going to get replaced. So again, we work with cash, and I'll give you a quick example. If you've got an AC problem at 11 o'clock at night, and Joe Bob down the street Joe Bob can come in and fix the AC problem at 11 o'clock at night. And then when we get them on the call, the client calls us and says, "Hey, Joe Bob's here to fix the problem," right? They'll hand the phone over, have a quick discussion, and we have the ability to pay with a credit card straight to Joe Bob. So it can happen right then, right there, that fast. So again, something to consider when you are talking with your clients, and really truly setting the right expectation on what they're getting for the value of the contract, all of those good things. So something to consider.
Yeah, and we've seen, we have our meetings in our offices, and all the vendors come in and they're like, "Oh, I sell home warranty, pick me, pick me, pick me." But truly being able to understand how it works as a client and set that level of expectation with our clients. Like, hey, the reason why I'm recommending these services based on your particular property is because this vendor actually can assist in these particular situations. So that was something, just one, again, we're in a rural market, we're farm and ranch specific. There's not, there may only be one plumber in town. So,
I have quite a few instances of that, actually.
There may only be one plumber in town. Yeah. So, it made me feel really good, because I have been in situations, being and working in rural communities, where I want to sell someone, I want to provide them with a home warranty, even as a closing gift. And, it's like this, if they need this service, it's still not going to be a good fit.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So specifically, septics and well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So tell me about septic coverage.
Yeah. So we have our septic well, that is covered under our base package in our home warranty. So our home warranty, once everything's been paid for, right after closing, is generally, obviously, when that happens for the buyer and for the listing side, right? So right after that happens, the contract is fully activated. So it's really pretty much right when you get it. The only thing that is not active for the first 30 days is the septic and the well. That's pretty common in most cases, mainly because the usage of those systems change. If you go from a 2-person household to a 6-person household on the septic, you can imagine why the system can easily get overwhelmed. Depending on whether you have an aerobic or anaerobic system, bacteria buildup, all of those things. It's a consideration, and it's also something that inspectors don't climb down into a septic system to find out if everything's working perfectly, right? So 30 days goes by, then you can file a claim on that.
Awesome. And then with the well, is it just the pump, or what's do you know the guidelines on that? Because I want to say it's not the full well, but
it's the pump itself.
Okay.
It's the pump. And then, of course, under our new contract, the lines that are going from the well back to the house are covered.
That's good. That's good to know as well.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys have any questions, please drop them in the chat. Also, I know that there was some mention of where they could get the pricing page, the breakdown page. You guys do me a favor. I think Melissa, throw your email in the chat, and I'll be happy. Any of y'all, throw the email in the chat. I'll be happy to get you Jason's direct information. Going to have him reach out to you directly. I'm trying to think. I feel like we covered amazing home warranty program. We also have a benefit, not just for farm and ranch, rural markets, being able to pick your own contractor, huge. Being able to pay for it over the phone while they're standing right there, awesome. And then farm and ranch additional items, listing coverage. That's another big one. I use that all the time. I cannot begin to tell you, like, that is the secret weapon, and it's complimentary. Like, why would you not?
Yeah, honestly, why not?
Why would you not use it? Yes. Like, by the way, if something happens to your appliances, we have additional coverage provided by my group, my farm and ranch brokerage group.
Right.
I know it sounds like it's just a little thing, but it really matters to our clients, and it's just another way to level up and leverage our vendors. I mean, they're providing a service in our industry. Let's take advantage of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, I'm here to support you guys. I can answer any questions that you might have. Always a pleasure. Enjoy working with all of my agents across Central Texas. Love building a good, strong relationship with you guys, because I would love for you to order one home warranty, but I would love all your business, right? So in order for me to get that, I need to prove how much I'm here to support you guys. So again, you can call me anytime, shoot me an email. For those of you who've provided your contact information, you'll be getting a PDF copy of the warranty. And I'll send you a link also to my calendar.
And you know what? His cell phone number is up there, for the whole world to see. So shoot him a text, responds immediately. He is amazing. And if you are if you're not in his area, I know he said Austin and San Antonio, but I swear he covers like half the state, it seems like,
Yeah.
So to speak. But he can get you with your rep. And I'll tell you, I've met them and they're fabulous. So very excited. Thank you so much for explaining and letting us know that you have a place in our farm and ranch community.
Awesome.
Thank y'all for joining us. If you have any questions, please reach out, leave a chat, obviously text him, reach out to me, and have a beautiful Friday and a great weekend.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.